It says board meeting, grandkids.
Sites.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
It got really quiet.
Streaming. Kevin.
No papers, huh?
All right, we're streaming and recording and the mics are live.
Don't you have to serve more?
It is 6 o'clock. I will call the Monday, February 24th regular board meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Diane Kozer,
Here.
Don Kuski, Andrew Coop.
Here.
Phil Henkel,
Here.
Kevin Jensen,
Here.
Miriam Vabra,
Here.
Bert Richard,
Here.
Nellie Shire,
Here.
and Doug Kuchko.
Here. And was a proper notice given for this meeting?
Yes, please be advised that public notice of this meeting as required by sections 19.84 and 65.90 of the Wisconsin statutes has been properly given. Such notice consisted of a notice and agenda to the official newspaper, the Rice Lake Chronotype, to the Eau Claire Leader, and to radio stations WJMC and WAQE indicating the date, time, and place of the meeting. Such notice was given more than 24 hours prior to the meeting.
Thank you. A proper notice was given for this meeting. We will now stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We will move into our accommodations, and I would entertain a motion to move item B up to take the first spot. Do I have a motion to move?
Motion.
Okay.
Motion has been made and seconded.
Yes.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. We are ready to start with Evans.
So we're going to have Evan Strand and Rice Lake High School art teacher Roger Britton is here to talk a little bit about why Evan is here tonight.
All right, welcome. Thank you. My name is Roger Britton. I am the art teacher, or one of the art teachers at the high school, if you don't know me. And this is Evan Strand. And so we want to take a moment to commend him for his work. And I have a letter. So what he has done is won the Wisconsin State Park sticker contest last year for this year's sticker. I have a letter that I would like to read from the Department of Natural Resources. So it says, Dear Evan, each year Wisconsin State Parks and Forests annual vehicle admission sticker is designed by the high school students chosen in a statewide contest. This letter is being sent to acknowledge your submission as the sticker design winner for 2025. Congratulations. Vehicle admission stickers provide access to more than 60 state park, forest, and recreation area properties across Wisconsin. This means your original creation will be featured on vehicles all across the state. On behalf of the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, I would like to recognize your achievement and extend our congratulations. Enclosed are two passes. The first is a resident annual pass number 000001 from your winning year of 2025, which you can keep for yourself. In addition, additional residential annual pass for 25 is also enclosed, which you can be used for the remainder of the year. There is also a plaque to commemorate your achievement. We hope to see you soon at one of our many state parks, forests, and recreation area properties. Congratulations again, Stephen Schmelzer, Director, Bureau of Parks and Recreation Management, Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. So not all schools, many schools submit entries into this contest, and they are judged and they are chosen. Last year, we got first and second. Evans was chosen first. This year is a special year because it is the 125th anniversary of our state park system. So between promotions and things, they figure a minimum of 300,000 stickers will be sold with Evans design.
We have a picture of it? Yeah. I
Able
haven't seen
to?
it yet. It's in our packet.
Okay.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, that's really awesome.
It's really nice.
So they've changed the design a little bit. His head actually was a curved part, but they've changed it now because they've changed the process of how they do it. So there's his original design there. It is going to be in the square format because they've changed it to being good over a course of a year from the month you purchase it now versus calendar year.
Oh, that's nice.
So, but that was his original design there with the knight and the pine tree and tent and fire. So we have a plaque, we have the stickers, and we have the letter for Evan.
Speech.
Congratulations, Evan. Evan does have a basketball game to get to, so we will let him duck out. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have our Rice Lake Area School District student recognition, where we will recognize some of our students this evening. There's a little spot here by Mr. Drost and Diane for parents to come take pictures. Got a nice straight on angle to the podium. And we will start with Rice Lake High School. So the student can come up to the podium. Parents, if they want pictures or video, you can come over here by Mr. Drost. And
All right. Well, good evening. My name is Ryan Erickson, and I'm one of the tech ed teachers at Rice Lake High School. And I am lucky enough to have Amy Korthoff in a couple of my welding classes this year. So Amy Korthoff is a senior at Rice Lake High School, but this is her first year taking any tech ed classes. So far this year, she's taken Welding 1. She's currently doing awesome in Welding 2 and is in Auto ABCs. And I know she just changed up her schedule earlier this week so she can take construction later this spring. Twice this school year, Amy has been the only girl in her welding class, but that has not deterred her. She has been a leader, surpassing her male classmates both in leadership and in the quality of the welds she's been completing. After high school, Amy is still considering her options, and I know she has a lot on the table, but with her recent success and growth in tech ed and her interest in education, I know that she is considering going to school to be a tech ed teacher, which I think would be a great career path for Amy. So I wanted to recognize her tonight for her leadership in my welding classes and for her excellence in welding. So congratulations, Amy.
photo ops and all kinds of fun stuff.
Right here.
All right. Rice Lake Middle School.
Good evening. My name is Cindy Worth. I am the 8th grade science teacher at the middle school. And along with me tonight, I have Miss Lily Forsman. She is our multilingual teacher for both the middle school and the high school. And also we have Miss Beth Marinsel, who is one of our language arts 8th grade teachers as well.
Good evening. The 8th grade team would like to nominate Dominica Daniela Shisag Lumbi for the Student of the Month. Since Daniela's first day, she has persevered through a lot of difficult moments that include moving, new routines, and language barriers. Over the course of Daniela's first weeks, she was working overtime to produce as much work as she could. As Daniela has persevered through those challenges, we have seen her continuously work hard to become more successful in her learning environment. She is currently furthering her development of content and language by submitting work in Spanish and English. Daniela continues to model exceptional work habits in the classroom and models excellent peer relationships outside of the classroom. El equipo del octavo grado desea nominar a Dominica Daniela Shizag Lumbi como estudiante del mes. Desde el primer día, Daniela ha perseverado a través de muchos momentos difíciles que incluyen mudanzas, nuevas rutinas y barreras del idioma. Durante el transcurso de las primeras semanas, Daniela trabajó horas extras para producir la mayor cantidad de trabajo posible. A medida que Daniela ha perseverado a través de esos desafíos, la hemos visto trabajar duro continuamente para tener más éxito en su entorno de aprendizaje. Actualmente está avanzado en el desarrollo de contenidos y lenguaje presentando trabajos en español e inglés. Daniela continúa modelando hábitos de trabajo excepcionales en el aula y modela excelentes relaciones con sus compañeros fuera del aula.
With the second semester just starting and switching up both history class and science class, I have the pleasure of getting to know Daniela in my science class. With Daniela acquiring English as her second language, Daniela is not just learning new science material such as plate tectonics and earth science and physics. Daniela is also trying to acquire a new language at the same time, which can be a challenge for any student. And Daniela is, of course, up to the challenge and working exceptionally hard at this. Daniela is such a caring, considerate, and hardworking student who can work with anyone in a science class in any laboratory setting. I am so proud of Daniela's hard work, and I am so lucky to have her in my class.
La señora Worth compartió, con el segundo semestre recién comenzado y el cambio de la clase de historia y la clase de ciencias, tengo el placer de conocer a Daniela en mi clase de ciencias. Con Daniela adquiriendo el inglés como segundo idioma, Daniela no solo está aprendiendo nuevo material científico, como la tectónica de placas en ciencias de la Tierra, Daniela también está tratando de adquirir un nuevo idioma al mismo tiempo, lo que puede ser un desafío para cualquier estudiante. Y Daniela está preparada para ese desafío y está trabajando excepcionalmente duro en eso. Daniela es una estudiante muy atenta, considerada y trabajadora que puede trabajar con cualquier persona en mi clase de ciencias cuando se coloca en un laboratorio. Estoy muy orgullosa del arduo trabajo de Daniela y tengo mucha suerte de tenerla en mi clase. And because she's so great, I have a little something to add too. I would like to add that Daniela has been taking positive risks in the school environment and embracing new opportunities to learn and achieve academically and linguistically. Her determination and growth mindset will carry her a long way towards success in her future goals. La señora Forsman agregaría que Daniela ha estado tomando riesgos positivos en el ambiente escolar y aprovechando nuevas oportunidades para aprender y lograr logros académicos y lingüísticos. Su determinación y mentalidad de crecimiento la llevarán un largo camino hacia el éxito en sus metas futuras. Buen trabajo.
Tainter Elementary.
Well, good evening. My name is Tracy Van Gilder, and I'm a first grade teacher at Tainter Elementary. And it is so exciting to nominate Hope for the Board of Education Student Recognition Award. Hope is a first grader in my class who stands out to me in a couple of different ways. Hope is such a kind and caring first grader. She is a great friend to others and a great role model. Hope is a hard worker and has made excellent gains academically. She has a bright future ahead of her, and I look forward to watching her as she grows. Keep up the amazing work, Hope.
And we have another Tainter Elementary.
Good evening. This is from last month, and we were just unable to get Raylan here, so I wanted to take some time to honor Raylan Baker. She is a third grader at Tainter, and she is a daughter of Tyler Baker and Sarah Paul. Ashley Carlson, our math interventionist, is the one who's wrote this lovely piece for Miss Raylan Baker. So I'm going to just read to you what Ashley wrote. It is with great pride that I nominate Raylan Baker for recognition in the areas of citizenship and perseverance. She exemplifies these qualities daily through her actions, dedication, and positive attitude. Raylan is an exceptional role model, always willing to lend a helping hand to her peers, whether assisting a classmate with their work or cleaning up the shared workspace for everyone. She consistently demonstrates a selfless and caring spirit. Her kindness and thoughtfulness create an uplifting environment that inspires those around her. In addition to her exemplary citizenship, Raylan displays remarkable perseverance in her academic endeavors, particularly in her math group. She approaches every task with determination, embracing new strategies, and tackling challenges with resilience. Even when faced with difficult problems, she remains focused and motivated, never giving up until she finds a solution. Her hard work and dedication to improving her skills is truly admirable. Raylan is a shining example of what it means to be dedicated, compassionate, and a hardworking student. She embodies the values of citizenship and perseverance, and is a true asset to our school community. So congratulations to Raylan, and we'll make sure that we do read this with our class tomorrow. So thank you.
Congratulations. Next, we have Hagen Elementary.
I'm Cindy Guest, first grade teacher at Hagen, and I'm going to turn you this. This is Etrigan. Etrigan is a great student to have in the first grade classroom at Hagen Elementary. They say it every day, or we talk about it every day, that first grade can be hard. He works hard all day long. He is motivated, he's a critical thinker, and he's very adaptable when it comes to learning new material. Etrigan completes his task in a timely fashion. He uses his best handwriting and shows a lot of thinking in his work. If he has to do any makeup work, he's right on getting his makeup work done. He is a critical thinker in math and comes up with answers that are using the best math strategies. Etrigan is a strong reader, and he is an emerging writer. Lastly, his smile and easygoing demeanor is a wonderful thing to have in the classroom. Thank you, and congratulations, Etrigan.
Hold up. Gotta wait for the pictures.
I'm out of here.
And Hilltop Elementary.
All right, I am pleased to announce this is Ketsia Strand. She is a first grader at Hilltop, and this is what her teacher, Mrs. Nichols, said about Ketsia. Her mom is Chelsea Nelson, and that she was nominated for academic excellence, leadership, and citizenship. I am happy to nominate Ketsia Strand for this award. Ketsia comes to school eager each day to learn. Ketsia is kind, caring, and helpful. She is a great example to her peers by showing them how to follow the warrior way. Ketsia has an enthusiasm for learning and often goes above and beyond in her work. I am proud of Ketsia and all of her hard work this school year. Mom first. All right, and then let's look over there.
So I'd like to congratulate all of our students that were recognized this evening and to let you know that at the end of the school year, your names will be added to the drawing of the other students that have won so far and the ones that will be winning as we finish out our school year. And there'll be some lucky winners that will receive a Chromebook. So good luck on the drawing for a Chromebook. All right. Next, we have our WASB Region 1 Awards.
And good evening, and this is to honor some school board members. And so through its member recognition program, the Wisconsin Association of School Boards recognizes board members who are committed to professional development. And board members earn points for attending WASB events and meetings and participating in activities. So, and after earning a designated number of points, board members are awarded an achievement level and publicly recognized. So we get to recognize 3 of our board members this evening and they have all achieved level 1. The first one, Doug Kuchko, come on up. Congratulations. Thank you, Doug. Thank you. I don't know, just clean want a picture. Phil Henkel, level 1. And Diane Kozer, level 1. Diane, congratulations. I'm going to give you this, but then we have some other things for Diane. So you get to stand here like a student now. So with that, this is one of Diane's last Board of Education meetings that she has decided not to run in April's election. And so with that, we wanted to take the opportunity to thank her in person. Diane has served 2 different times on the Rice Lake Area School District Board of Education from 1993 to 2008 and from 2022 to 2025 for a total of 18 years of service on the Board of Education. That's an outstanding feat. And yes, and so with that, we have for her a certificate of commendation for her years of service on the board. From the Wisconsin Association of School Boards, she gets a plaque designating her different years of service to the board. And then also she gets her own bell, same thing, commemorating her years of service on the board. So Diane, 18 years of service. This, you know, what a challenging job this can be, and but it's also, I think, something you found incredibly rewarding over that time. So we're going to miss you, and thank you very much. You bet.
Yes, I want to thank you as well, Diane. Your leadership on the curriculum committee and being on the board the last few years with us, and then the years prior to that, obviously. But your dedication to the district and our students will be missed. So thank you very much.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And then with that, we will take a minor break for anybody that wants to exit stage left. And if you want to stay, you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, but we're going to take a quick break for everybody to head out if they want to.
Get out of clear room.
A vapor trail. They're gone.
Oh, they do? Yeah.
Next week, and yeah, there's lots of athletic stuff this week, and spring sports. And a couple few few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Warm weather this week will help.
I know.
I see somebody on the track.
Yeah.
They have a female.
Won't get me back.
All the way around to get the sun going.
Be so cool.
I noticed that this morning. I'm like, that was smart.
I don't know this melt.
Heat up that black track and yeah, that'll get her melted.
Get out of here. Yeah, this ain't my deal.
Colleen? Colleen? There was no sign up? Okay. All right, we will get moving into our next agenda item. There was no appearances, so we'll move into the approval of our regular session meeting minutes from Monday, February 10th. Do I have a motion to approve?
Approve the second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Opposed? And those minutes have been approved. Next, we have our consent agenda where we have 8 employment resignations and 4 employment recommendations. And I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Move to approve as presented.
Motion has been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion?
Just maybe
I-
just thank you for all
Yeah.
their years of service. I mean, with Jenny and Mary Kay Prado and Wendy Halverson, they put a lot of years into the district.
Tasha as
And
well.
Tasha, yep,
So we got-
Tasha, yep.
Yeah,
The resignations, a lot of retirements. We've got Wendy at 31 years in the district, Jennifer Jensen at 26 years, Mary Kay at 24 years, and Tasha at 23 years. So there's a lot of experience that we will be missing at the end of this school year. But thank you for all they've done for our district and our students over those years. So, all right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Opposed? And consent agenda has been approved. Next, we have proclamation by the State Superintendent of Public Instruction, and this is for the National School Breakfast Week. And I will not read through the whole thing unless you would like me to, but we'll pass on that. But it is proclaimed, and with that, I would entertain a motion to approve that March 3rd through the 7th will be National School Breakfast Week.
I'll make that motion.
Motion has been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Opposed? And it has been proclaimed. Next, we have the Policy and Legislative Advocacy Committee meeting update, where we have a number of policies and rules for a second reading. Policy 383.3. That one is going to be pulled from this list and will be sent back to committee for further evaluation. So we'll be looking at second reading approval of policy 430 with the rule 430, policy 851 and rule 851. And that student attendance is 430 and advertising and promotion is policy 851. So with that, I would entertain a motion to approve those 2 policies and 2 rules.
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, those policies and rules have been approved. Next, we have the first reading, policy 511, which is equal opportunity employment and non-discrimination. It's a revised policy. The rule 511 that goes with it is also being revised. And exhibit 1 for 511, that form is being reviewed. And then policy 860, which is visitors to the schools, and then the rule 860, which is visitors to the schools and their procedures. And this is a first reading, so if you see anything in those, let Randy know or myself, and we can change the wording if need be for further discussion. Otherwise, we'll be coming back for a second reading at our next meeting. And that is policy, legislative advocacy. So next we have the handbook committee meeting minutes. Randy, you got anything you want to add to
Yeah,
that?
so with that, yeah, handbook committee meets minimally 4 times a year. We met on February 11th. Topics we discussed are district clinic and health insurance, employee handbook discussion, some topics there that, will also be going to the compensation committee for further discussion. Other topic, committee asked for clarification on Amazon orders in particular, and Victor's not here. I'd pick on him a little bit for a guy that goes paperless as much as he does. His office sure doesn't look paperless, but with that, we've got some good things going with as far as significantly streamlining ordering, making it easier for the support staff who put together the orders and the purchase orders. And that's, like I said, all going paperless. And then some other things too. But handbook, they meet 4 times a year. And like I said, some of those pieces will be going to the compensation committee.
All right. Any questions? If not, WSB Public Policy Correspondent Update. Phil, what do you got for us?
Well, there was a lot to listen to, but a lot of it was rehash of a number of things we've already discussed, such as Act 10 stuff that's still in the courts, nothing new. Title 9, I think we've all heard about that. Since the election, we're going back to 2020 regulation in the rule. Governor's budget, I'll just go right to that. He's proposing a budget. The legislature differs, so the budget he proposes is not going to be the starting point. He's proposing basically a doubling of special education funding and also changing it from, I forget the term, but changing it to some sufficient, which means that if they would pass the proposal to fund it at 60%, no matter what that actual cost would be, the money would be provided. Whereas I think the some certain, I had it written down here, some certain where they can say anything they want, we're going to increase it to 80%. But if the funding only ends up being 60%, that's what it is. So that would be actually a big help to us. The revenue limit is being increased somewhat. I had that written in 2 different places here. I'll probably get to it in a different spot. There are several bills in the legislature that they went through. One bill is to undo the DPI changes to the district report card and the forward exam cut scores. They want to realign the score ranges to the National Association of Education Progress. Second bill is they want to adopt policies that prohibit wireless devices but allow for some local flexibility. Third bill is to require cursive by grade 5. Fourth bill, I think we're already doing high school graduation requirement of a half credit of civics. I'm not exactly sure what the exact definition of civics is. Fifth bill is to make sure that instructional materials are apparent to all of the public in the district and not just parents. And the sixth bill requires that 70% of education dollars would go directly to the classroom. So these are all just bills they're thinking about. Then referenda bills, something about limiting how frequently recurring referenda could be passed. Again, as the last time in the last budget where they proposed some information on the downstream cost of a referendum with regard to interest rates and things like that, something similar. And then I will go back to Ever's budget. or the reaction to it. The Joint Finance Committee is going to start a new budget off the last baseline rather than off the increases that Evers submitted. Governor Evers is proposing over $3 billion of increase for education. 1.2 billion of that would be in general equalization aid, 1.9 billion in categorical aid increases. 212 million for a per pupil funding increase by $58 in 25-26 and another $50 in 26-27. That is on top of the $325 that still is going to be in place for the next 358 years. Couple other things. Proposing $85 million for further increases in literacy improvement. I think part of that might be to get around the battle that has been going on between the Joint Finance Committee and the DPI over who gets to actually dispose of the $50 million that the Joint Finance Committee approved for this last year. So that's pretty much the new stuff that I haven't spoken of before. So thank you.
Any questions? All right, thank you for that update. Next, our upcoming meeting schedule. There are 5 virtual meetings on the agenda. 3 of them are on Fridays, 2 are on Wednesdays, all of them are at noon. No registration is required for any of those, so if you can attend any of those, sign on and let us know what you find out. And then the day at the Capitol with WASB is March 12th, and that starts at 8 o'clock down in Madison. Registration is required for that, so let Colleen know if you can attend that. And that is our meeting schedule for this meeting. Next, our student representatives. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Aubrey Musil, raise your hand. And Anna Schiefer.
Yeah, I'm Aubrey Musil, and
I'm Anna Schiefer.
and we're class reps at the Rice Lake High School, and we're also on the Warrior Leadership Team. So we just have some updates for you guys for what we've been doing and kind of some heads up on what we're going to be doing in the next couple months. So season finishes for some winter sports. Wrestling, we had 2 sectional qualifiers, Michael Sirik and Reedon Jarvis. Neither of them made it to state, but they finished good. I believe Michael Sirik finished 4th. Boys swimming, Josh Cortez and Jacob Jandro, they both went to state. And the Warriorettes wrapped up their season last Friday with an alumni night. And we also had some playoff contenders that are still or are going to be competing soon.
For basketball, we have girls this week, they start playoffs, and boys next week start. And for gymnastics, we had some new school records set this weekend, and they have a sectionals meet coming up. And for hockey, they beat Spooner in the first round last week, and they play Hayward this week to move on.
Yeah, I believe they play tomorrow. And Warrior Robotics, they have some state-bound teams, which is pretty exciting. I know a couple teams went to state last year, so I think some repeat teams. There's also choir and band large group competition next week, so that should be good. And drama club production of Trap coming up this weekend. Heard some great things about it, so I will be going.
For what's coming up next, we have a homeroom activity in the 4th term. We don't know when it is going to be yet. And then we have a food drive, which we're competing against all the other Big Rivers schools to see who can raise more money and more food. And we have a blood drive for the community members on Wednesday, March 26th. So that means students can't go to that. And this February, we had a Valentine's Day day where we had a candy guessing competition during lunch, and we handed out candy in the morning on both sides of the school.
And we're also doing some more stuff by celebrating our unsung heroes. So janitors, lunch ladies, and even the crossing guards. So each month we're going to try to recognize one of those kind of teams, if you want to say. So we started by doing the crossing guards. We brought them hot chocolate and donuts last week, and they really enjoyed it. And we're going to be celebrating the...
Advance it. You've got a picture in there, I think.
Oh.
Is there?
Oh,
They're there?
yeah. Those are some pictures of us delivering them. We didn't get to Tainter yet, but we will. And as far as lunch ladies, we're going to be doing that soon. And janitors, we're thinking of helping out during a home track meet and just picking up some trash because there's a lot left over and we want to help them out a little bit.
Nice.
We also had an FFA barn dance partnered with Warrior Leadership Team. That was pretty fun. We had FFA Olympics, which you had to lasso your partner. Pretty kind of challenging, more than you'd think. We also had potato sack races. It was like a relay, potato sack races, and then an egg carrying thing. And then the last event was showing a pig. So it was a basketball, and you had a fly swatter, and you had to pass it around. And you go around the cones. There was a lot of dancing. There were some great DJs volunteer from the school. And we also had a bonfire to follow, which was pretty hot to start, but then it cooled down a little bit to make a s'more. That was pretty fun. And we also have this field trip coming up, which I'm very excited for. We get to go to a Minnesota Timberwolves game on Sunday, March 30th. And Mr. Shadle got the cost down to $25 per student because Warrior Leadership Team is funding some of it. And we get to do some pretty cool things before the game. We get to stand in the tunnel while the players come through and high-five them all. And then after the game, we get to go on the court and take pictures. So that's going to be coming up too. Thank you.
Good job.
So I want to thank you both for being here tonight. We always appreciate hearing from our students. So thank you. Next, we have our district administrator comments.
Yeah, just a few other upcoming events to talk about. This Thursday night at Tainter Elementary School from 4:30 to 6:30 is our elementary literacy night. And so families from all three elementary schools are invited to come to that. And people associated with the schools can go too. A lot of different things planned, but 4:30 to 6:30, if people want to drop by for just a little bit or the whole time, they can. And tonight, I know Kevin mentioned it already, if you're looking for something to do after the meeting, there's basketball going on. I think, is there a band and choir concert too tonight? Yeah, going on as well. Thursday night, there's a middle school forensics parent night. And again, check that calendar. Like I said, Aaron Johnson on our Facebook page puts here's what to look for this week. It takes you to our district calendar. It's an events calendar, so you got to page through it a little bit, but it's very comprehensive. And then one thing I asked Kurt and or Mark to talk a little bit about tonight, March 19th, all juniors in the state of Wisconsin will be taking the ACT. And so, we do a lot of different things to help students prepare for that. So Kurt's going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Drost. It's a sprint. It kind of looks like a long run to end of the spring, but 2 weeks, spring break, 2 weeks closes term 3. So we're just talking to students today, don't give up in the next couple of weeks because it'll happen quick and will be a blink of an eye. So in that window, we do prepare our students. March 19th is the date that we chose as Rice Lake School District. There's a couple windows you can do in the state of Wisconsin. Obviously, our curriculum prepares our students for that assessment, but we want to give our students the best leg forward they can. So there's a couple things we learned of last year. It's called Methodize. It's through method learning. Each student, actually all sophomores and juniors, have their own customized account. So at home, you can log in with your child and look at that account, but they can take a full assessment or they can take mini units throughout the all core subject areas that the assessment takes, and they get immediate feedback. So take 3 questions, answer the questions. They get right or wrong answers. It'll give them a little video of what the content should have been. So a little bit more individualized approach. Tomorrow happens to be another day that we're doing science, and then we have a couple more opportunities to preparation for that test. March 19th, juniors only in the building. our other students because of the amount of proctors we need and spaces for managing that assessment. So I sent that letter out today, so those students will. So
Yeah.
Aubrey, you did that last year, so this year's your free pass.
And that ACT prep has changed a lot over the years. I mean, years ago when it was initially started was just, optional pieces here, there, but it's become a lot more comprehensive and we have more tools at students
Yeah,
and families'
The
disposal
biggest
as
thing
well.
as a staff we talk about is the old test used to be paper pencil. The format we've gone into is computer tests. So it's nice to give them test prep that's computer based. So when they click on the answer in advance, it's similar tools. So they get used to that because it's a lot different as kids are getting used to taking assessments online. But for us, it's making sure we get that
first.
first.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I had. Thank you. That's all
All
I
right.
had.
Did you have some pictures you wanted to share?
Oh, yep. Thank you. Reminder on that. Mr. Kevin had forwarded some pictures, and actually, Kevin, you can talk a little bit about that. So there's one.
So these are some of the latest pictures from our new pool. That's the main entry to the pool area.
Looking out.
Yep, looking out toward the parking lot.
Um,
And then
sorry. Just take a second.
that is the new slide that's being installed with the zero entry pool on that side. That's the recreational pool. The red wall that you're seeing, that is the wall for the competition pool. It has to be tiled yet. The floor is all tiled, but the walls are not yet. There's the floor. That's the concrete work that has to be done. You can see the zero entry pool kind of in the top middle there where all those little red knobs are. Those are, that's the zero entry. And then just to the top side of that, a little further toward the white wall, that's your deep end. Your two concrete pads right there are for the diving boards. So they've got those in and poured. So making progress. Just another view kind of looking at across the competition pool towards the recreational pool. This is the concession stand area. Has made a lot of progress.
Yeah.
So
That's what we got.
that's
Go on.
that's the update on the pool. So progress. Any questions?
Still on track. But what is the date? They're hoping to be open.
May 1st is the good shot.
That's what
Yeah.
we're,
And
that's what we're
with
hoping for.
staff trained and everything. Awesome.
That's the hope.
Hoping the big pool would be functional by April 20th so they could test all the systems and everything. But the littler one will be after that. So,
Had someone tell me June. I'm like, I don't
No.
think so.
So opening though, opening is May or opening is closer to June?
I'd say May. I'd say being realistically May, sometime in May.
Probably the middle of May.
Awesome.
That's kind of where it's looking at. All right, with that, I would entertain a motion to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.851F. And this is for the approval of a closed session meeting minutes from February 10th.
Move to go to closed.
Motion has been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Don Kuski, Andrew Coop,
Yes.
Phil Henkel,
Here.
Kevin Jensen,
Yes.
Miriam Vavra,
Yes.
Bert Richard,
Yes.
Nellie Shire,
Yes.
Doug Kuchko,
Yes.
and Diane Kozer.
Yes.
We are in closed.